Hello, everybody. This is Earl Teets, author of ProjectHealthyWealth.com. We're going to talk to you about some very important things. I'm going to go through these 10 slides for basic training as quickly as I possibly can, but I'm going to take my time going through them because the whole point of this training is to show you the simplicity of duplication and how easy it is to put a set of habits in motion. They're going to be very productive for you. So I want you to know that you're part of the most lucrative method of income generation, responsible for the majority of the top 3% of earners around the world. Did you know that all who accomplished rags to riches wealth learned from failed attempts in order to discover the daily habits to production? Keep in mind that word, daily habits to production, because it's really key to your success. Are you aware that there's a proven pattern of, again, daily actions scheduled and practiced over and over to produce the success of 10 or more $1,000 in a month for income during the first work quarter of home business practice? This has been the trail left from the clues of success for almost 100 years now. Folks, would it surprise you to know that on a year of solid commitments accomplished at 100,000 or more in earnings has already been proven on a commitment of less than 10 hours per week with our company? Did you know the number one reason people fail to earn more than earn with a home business is from lack of daily commitment? So I want to ask you at this point in time, can you make a commitment of 5 to 10 hours a week to contribute to your own success? Because really, that commitment's not optional if making money is the whole purpose of what you're trying to do with what we practice. You'll never be asked to break God's laws or man's laws to practice your earning skills. I'm sure you could be in the same position I was. Hey, that's good news to me. I got way more than 5 to 10 hours I can contribute to my success if you could show me something that's worth my time to practice. And I found the answer to all that was yes. So let's dive into our next slide here. What do you wish to accomplish with what you produce? It's probably the most important question that needs to be answered before you even take your first step to try to make money in business. If you have no reward for your efforts, the distractions in life will always outweigh your production. Over 30 years as a home business coach, the only people to accomplish the big bucks knew exactly what they wanted to do with what was earned. You would not sow a seed without knowing what it would harvest, would you? Did you know that over 90% who begin a home business fail because they have no plan for what the harvest of their efforts will be? Myself, there was only so many hours I could operate a lawn care company for money. I knew if I made the commitment of helping others to solve problems daily for 2 years part-time, my full-time income could be replaced and no more physical labor. On year 2, my online business of less than 10 hours a week outproduced my full-time lawn care company. So I'm speaking to you from experience of working with this little company while I live in rural Troy, Montana. Just like with the lawn care company, the crisis problems life delivered, they always got put aside until after the lawns got mowed. Of course, unless it was life or death issue. I made the same commitment to my online business. Folks, I got the harvest. The vision in my mind that I replayed nightly of enjoying the time with my family instead of mowing lawns at the same time, more money on 2 hours effort per day than 8 to 12 hours that I worked with my lawn care company. It gave me more ambition to make results instead of excuses. I love the idea of getting paid to go fishing in the Montana mountains. That vision would bring excitement to my earning process, practice daily, and off the thoughts of the people who lacked understanding of a commitment for daily progress. Instead, I would measure my actions weekly to see what I could improve on in the next week. It's a joy to know that the work that I do today can help bring freedom of time to the people we are blessed to work with. Seeing income today for work I accomplished years ago, it brings excitement to the process and a desire to do it more often. You see, folks, a job could never produce that. What does your reward look like? When you imagine it, are your emotions so strong that you refuse to not see it accomplished? That's when you know you've got that why that some say will make you cry when you think about it with all your heart and feel that vision of what you would like to accomplish, and know in your mind that the actions that you're taking are bringing that to its reality. Without the drive of why one does what they do, without the drive of why one does what they do, the desire to do so shrinks every time, not some of the time. So I'm going to repeat that. Without the drive of why one does what they do, why do you do it? Without that why, the desire to do so shrinks every time, not some of the time. So it's real important. Ask yourself this question: what would it look like a week from now if I put 10 hours into my business that had the ability to produce anywhere from $250 to $500 to $1,500? I've seen it happen in a single week for people with what we practice today. The real question's, why not you? What would that look like in a work quarter of completed efforts? What would that look like at 6 months? What would that look like in a year? And when you can actually picture that and know in your heart that if you stay committed to those simple daily actions, the end is worth the work in the middle. So let's continue on. Your strongest business assets are the people served. That's the bottom line. In the lawn care business, your assets are the tools that you use to mow the lawn with. You're not really going to go out there and mow a lawn with your fingers. You kind of need a lawnmower, maybe a weed eater, a blower to clean up the mess when you're done. Simple things like that. In this business, we're helping people simply share information that allows another person to solve problems. It's pretty simple. It doesn't matter what kind of business is operated. If there's no one to serve, there's no money to be made. The key to business profit is to have the solutions people demand the most. History's left a trail to the largest two demands by people all over the world. People want to feel better in some way, shape, or form. And now more than ever, there's a demand for more income to the family. Excuse me. Building a list of people to make money off, it keeps one broke. I'm going to repeat that. Building a list of people to make money off of keeps one broke. Building a list of people that one can show solutions to problems that they face, that creates fortunes. Knowing the average person will see a solution 5 to 12 times before they make a choice to take action will provide you with the patience to serve the list that you produce with the consistency it takes for the timing to be present. Sometimes they just don't have the money right now and they have the money later. Sometimes they don't have enough belief level to make a commitment because of past things that have hurt them, and they need to overcome that first. The timing's not right every time somebody sees it. Usually by the 5th to the 12th time, they see something when they've actually been praying for something that could bring them more out of life. The light bulb goes off and action gets taken. And all you have to do is have enough love in your heart to continue to serve these people with consistency. You got a phone app with the videos of what you represent to do all the explaining for you. So you can always say, hey, look, I've got some information. I know you're going to love it. It's going to help you. People just like you are getting that problem solved. Let me send that video to you. That's your biggest sales pitch to ever serve somebody in this business. Knowing it takes zero sales skills or convincing for one to show a video, a live Zoom, or an event of an in-person demonstration of people getting the same problem solved as the people you're trying to serve. It removes the fear from the process being practiced. Having a coach and tools that do the heavy lifting for you allows one the confidence that they are just helping another person to get what they want in life sooner than what they had planned. Having a customer service department that's open 5 days a week in your corner, it sure frees up your time to produce. With over a 5-year debt-free track record of growth, every work quarter from day one globally provides the confidence that the company has the fruit on the tree. If one has no interest in income, there's over 70 products that bring solutions to problems that people face, that save them money monthly and add value to life, all with 100% money back guarantee if they're not satisfied, folks. This removes the risk to serve those in need. Today, with the power of social media, one does not even have to leave the home to locate people who want to feel better in some way, shape, or form and add income to the family. They can ask key questions in the chat box that will identify the need to serve, then utilize a tool from the phone app or one of our websites that holds the solution to the problem that they're facing. Then the extra mile step of introducing them to live people like myself here to help them get paid and others in their corner to help them solve the problem. It throws out the extra icing on the cake. It reassures them, lets them understand they're not alone building this business. You didn't just sell them a kit, wish them good luck, and tell them to come to the next meeting, and my gosh, they're going to get rich. Okay. Folks have developed a daily habit of consistency, of collecting 2 names a day, 7 days per week, or 3 names a day, 5 days per week, from just the people that they encounter along their daily activities of life. Bringing a list of people to serve at the end of the year by being consistent every single week of over 1,000 people. Okay, all accomplished in less than a couple hours per day. This has been done. It's not something that's hoping to be accomplished. So when you got a roadmap that's already been completed that takes people to the success that you're desiring, it kind of puts a feather in your cap. Of course, it's been proven the purchase always comes the fastest from a position of know, like, and trust. It's most easily found in your phone contact list of people that are contained in your smartphone. Again, when it comes to home business, the strongest assets of the business, the strongest assets that the business has is the list of people it serves. A daily habit of adding to your list of people to serve is the very heartbeat of your business. Let's continue on. We're going to look at this, at knowing it all today. Okay, look at the acronym LALL, ask, learn, and lead. We're going to study the 4 C's of communication so you can understand how to interview a prospect, not beg them to sign up in your business so you can get paid. While you're interviewing the prospect, you're going to find out what it is that they want to accomplish. Now, how excited do you think they're going to be when they honestly believe that what you're doing will get them where they want to go faster than what they had planned to get there? The 2 key desires in the mind of a person has proven to be recognition and appreciation. People are drawn away from the negative and into the positive fastest with a sincere compliment. This is our first C of the 4 C's of communication, compliment. They always remember the people who pay attention to them. If you're on a Facebook page or a LinkedIn page, I'm so impressed with what you've been sharing. The attitude that you display daily would make you a fortune practicing what we do with our home business. A compliment like that, and not trying to sell your business. Stop right there with the compliment and send a little picture in the post that's positive, motivating with that comment. And my gosh, you just caught their attention with a compliment. And as they come back and start conversating with you in the chat box, whether it be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or TikTok, create a desire for them to want to know more by asking questions that allow them to share their story, because in their story is what contains the desires that they would value most, if possible. Questions about the acronym FORM is the best I've ever been taught this in 30 years as a home business operator, okay? The first thing people like to talk about is their family. How big is their family? How long have they had their family? How long have they lived where they live? What is it that they do? What do you do? I see your profile says this, but really, what do you do? They're going to tell you. What was it that drove you to want to choose that occupation? And they start telling you. Well, let me ask you another question. If money didn't matter and you could afford to do anything you wanted to do in life, what would that be for fun? What would your method of recreation be? And they start telling you what that would be. You can say things like, gosh, if you practice everything you're doing now, could you see yourself enjoying that recreation on a regular basis every month instead of once a year? And they get quiet, don't they? Well, yeah, I would like to do that. What are we going to do next? I'm so glad you shared that with me. It just so happens I work with a group of professionals who have mastered the art of solving that problem. We'd love to share the results in motion. Would 10 in the morning or 7 in the evening be better timing for you to see this information? This brings our third C of control the time to see the solutions. Why? Folks, success comes on a schedule, never a whim. If you just give them the information and tell them you're going to follow up with them the next day, guess what's going to happen? There's no urgency there. They don't see a schedule of what you're doing to put money in your pocket, and they sure don't want to create a schedule for themselves. And that little bit could scare them away from you. But when you have the ability to act like a professional there to serve them like a professional, you're going to control the time. A or B time is a good time for you to see that information. And then you're going to utilize the video from the phone app or the video from our website at projecthealthywealth.com. You can do the video that's in the blog post, How to Beat Inflation in 2025. That's how we show the plan, so to speak. Okay. So we control the time to see the solutions. Again, success comes on a schedule, never a whim. We seal the appointment with commitment. It reveals their interest level and reduces the no-show by over 50%. We found life happens and a reminder of a text message serves best just before meeting time. What's the best number I can text you that reminder to? And if they give you their number right away, you know immediately that they're interested. If they don't want to give you their phone number, what they need is some more information. So you fall back to the first C, create more desire in them with some of the videos from your phone app or from the YouTube channel or from our website that's gonna hit on the matters that serves them the most. And then after they see that video, you're back to, now that you've seen how that problem gets solved, I would really like to dive in to how people like you are really progressing with those solutions. Would 10 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening be best for you? Set that appointment like a professional. When they're treated professionally, they then act professionally. They're going to practice what they see you do. And when what you do is so simple that they look at what you're doing and go, I can do what they're doing, they realize they don't have to become a master salesperson. All you're doing is interviewing them with these 4 C's to understand what they want to accomplish and use the tools to show them how they're going to get it accomplished. So that 4th C is the commitment. You're getting the commitment from them to want to progress further. If they don't want to give you their text message at the time, it's not the end of the world. Remember what I said earlier, 12 to 15 5 to 12 exposures before they make a decision. It's no big deal. Just get another piece of information that sincerely serves them and then continue with this process. Always remember this, folks. Tools train while explaining drains. When they see your skill is simply to point to the tool that holds the solution and schedule a simple appointment, in their mind grows excitement because they know they can do what you just did. If you explain all the details, they believe that it is necessary to become a salesperson that they fear the most, and it will drive them away 99 out of 100 times. Tools are the videos, apps, and websites and scheduled live events. Now, the next is the third-party validation. It's a 3-way call or a Zoom. After they've seen the information, what we're going to do next is really simple. We're going to introduce them to another person that is there to help them accomplish their goals. And when they see that they're not alone to build this business and you're not alone to help them build the business, it creates a picture of reality in their mind rather than the lottery expectation. A lot of these home businesses that lead with false advertising predict, which is something for nothing. So third-party validation, after they've seen the plan, a 3-way call or a Zoom builds belief, so a presentation is always followed up with the introduction to another coach, which would be myself or somebody else upline, like Johanna Baker would be really good at this. Jan Wims is really good at this. Eddie Freeman's really good at this. The owner is really good at this. And we work with all of them. We all work together as a team to help one another. Team is an acronym for together, everyone achieves more. So a presentation, again, is always followed up with the introduction to another coach there to help them achieve their goals as a consumer, a builder, or both. I just wanted to introduce you to one of our top producers who will be able to assist you along with myself. Schedules and systems show success in motion, folks. If you do a 3-way call before a presentation, the only impression that you'll make with your prospect is that you are only there to make money off of them, and you will lose them every time. But if you get them to a presentation, a business presentation from the app, or you have them attend a live Zoom, or you have them look at our recorded presentation and how to beat inflation in 2025 at projecthealthywealth.com under the blog section in the upper right-hand corner. It's a tool that allows you to have what you need so you don't have to do the explaining, and then the coach can ensure that this process works by demonstrating results in motion. And when people see results over hype, they get excited and they can't wait to take action. So we're a debt-free company, folks. We've been in action for 5 years now. We're starting our 6th year. We just celebrated our 6th anniversary. So we do have a proven roadmap where people have started at 0 and followed the basics of our company and accomplished over $100,000 a year doing this on part-time efforts. So let me break that down what that is. Make sure I didn't skip a slide here. Yeah, that's Ask, Learn, and Lead. So I didn't skip a slide. Okay, so there are 8 core steps that were followed by all of the people that have hit the rank of Emerald in our company so far. 7 people have reached Emerald just before Diamond, one of our top ranks, in 5 years from 0. Nobody cheated and brought over a whole team of people at the same time. Everybody started at 0. Nobody was paid a deal, and everybody worked these foundational steps. And as the commitment was practiced daily, the results happened monthly, quarterly, and yearly. And today we have some huge success stories where people are making very big money. So I'm going to go through these 8 core steps kind of quickly here. The first thing is, if we're taught to be an employee, we will only earn the potential of an employee. Why is it important to understand that? Because 3% of America holds 90% of its wealth. The other 97% are employees. The 3% that hold America's wealth are the entrepreneurs. I want you to think about that. Another thing is, if you get a job and you want to help 10 other people get a job to feed their family with, if your company can't hire those people, you can't bless them. If you have this home business and you know 10 people that can simply send a video with information in it or invite somebody to a live event, demonstration, the solution to the problem that they're facing, introduce them to another person that's there to help them, they see a path that's working. But you have to learn how the entrepreneur thinks versus an employee. The best way to do that is to follow the system of our book club, where we meet every Saturday morning and we study a book. Right now, we're going through a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And we read 1 chapter a day and read that same chapter every day for 2 weeks. And every Saturday, we have a mentoring group of what we learned from that chapter, how we applied it in our business. And when you got a group that's putting these actions into their business on a daily basis and getting results and sharing how that happens, and it's all being applied to how you think as an entrepreneur versus an employee, it really is a mindset that's acquired and it takes time. So are you willing to at least read 15 minutes a day in something that can progress your mindset? And we have all those materials for you with our book club. The second step is listen to at least 1 audio. We have a mentoring app, commonsensementoring.com. You can go there and sign up for a 7-day free trial, so it don't cost any money to start with. And you'll understand why you can spend $40 a month to have access to live trainings that actually took place, that people practiced what was shown and produced profits with it. That is huge. And those events were recorded live, and they're there in that mentoring app for you to go to those events at your convenience and see what was recorded and displayed, and you can learn from that. So they have the videos there. They also have audios of those events where you can listen to the teachings from the people that are actually making the money. That gives you fruit on the tree, which is crucial. The third thing is to have 100 AC loyalty order by the 5th of every month. If you're building this as a business, you really need to be a product of your products. Now, I use 4 products a day. My wife uses 3 products a day. So as a couple, we're doing 7 products a month. And that's way over the 100 loyalty order of AC. And what are the advantages? My advantage was I spent $180 a month, a little less than that, on 3 products a month that replaced a $400 statin pill blood thinner to lower my stroke level, blood pressure, and cholesterol. In 60 days, My numbers were normal. I no longer needed that medication. So I actually saved money consuming my products and solved problems at the same time. That's what's unique about this business. There's millions of people just like me that had those kind of problems every day, and they're fed up with the solutions from big pharma that are full of side effects and not really getting the desired results, or creating a need to take another pill to solve the problems from another pill and setting a chain reaction of the body slowly shutting down instead of progressing. It's amazing when you have what's natural to put in your body. It makes a difference. So if we're going to share these products with other people, we need to be on these products every month. You know, it's just a matter of you reap what you sow in life. And when you're sowing into your own health, who doesn't want to enjoy more time with the grandkids? You know, when I could pick up my grandson and I didn't have my heart pounding so bad in my throat that I thought I was going to pass out, that's really what it felt like when my blood pressure and cholesterol levels were at stroke level. So you can imagine how great it was just 2 months later of taking those products every day to be able to enjoy the time with my grandson, pick him clear up above my head, and just, oh, it was great. You know, so I want you to think about that, folks. It's how important are you looking at changing your life for the better? When you take care of your health, you put yourself in a position to be more productive. The fourth thing we do is we attend every function that's promoted. We put on about one function a quarter, whether it's a regional function or a big convention, where we all get together and share the results of what we've accomplished, learn what's working best, and then go back out into the field. You talk about a way to get your batteries charged. The testimonials that you see of these functions are completely life-changing. The experience that you see from many different career levels, able to replace a full-time job on part-time efforts from several career levels, because the skills that we practice are universal, simple, and they complement just about anything that anybody does. Think about how powerful that is. So these functions aren't optional. We need to attend them when we can. Now, of course, sometimes situations arise and you just can't go. But I'm here to tell you, if you're taking your business serious, you're neglecting it if you just don't go because you're flat out not in the mood, okay? The fifth thing that they do is they show the plan no less than 15 times a month. They show our business opportunity. You can find that again in our website, projecthealthywealth.com. Go up to the right-hand corner under Earl's blog, and you'll see down below in those blog posts how to beat inflation in 2025. And there's the plan. So you don't have to show it. Let the tool do the work for you. Let somebody see that presentation. It's less than a half an hour long. Make a three-way call with a coach that's in their corner, and in less than an hour, you have the potential to make anywhere from $10 to $30 to $250, depending on what the need is the most of the person being served. That's the hardest we ever work in this business. We just repeat the process over and over again. Now, 15 times a month is less than 15 hours a month out of your time to practice this simple step. And it's already been proven from people in many career levels that have got to the tops of our compensation plan. I've helped many people get into our quarterly bonus pool checks. And some of those quarterly bonus pool checks pay out as much in a quarter as most people make in a year. So when you got that kind of reality at hand over and above your regular earnings, that's an exciting thing to be part of. It gives you incentive to be able to set aside those hours every month to dedicate to your success, practicing something as simple as letting somebody see some information that helps them get what they want faster, and helping them to make a decision of which way is going to benefit them the most. Do they want to make just some of the money, or do they want to make all of the money, or are they just wanting to utilize the products and be a customer? Whatever they want to do, we have the solution there for them. but we won't find the solution without showing the plan first, okay? The next thing we do is we dress for success. I'm in a dress shirt right now, projecthealthywealth.com. The name of my brand, my work hat with common sense to demonstrate professionalism. That's all we're doing here. I wouldn't show up in my pajamas to show you how to be successful in life. You shouldn't operate your business in your pajamas unless nobody can see you behind the screen. That's the beauty of online work, folks. So, hey, dress for success. The seventh thing is dream build. Like I said, you got to understand why you're doing what you're doing. When you have the ability to create an extra income on simple daily commitments, when those commitments are added up at the end of the year, the reality of what you can do that you could never do before becomes huge, folks. So again, you know, what if money wasn't the issue? What is it that you've always dreamed of that you would like to do? And if it would normally take you 5 to 10 years to save up to do something like that, what if you could do it just by practicing a few things daily, less than a couple hours out of your day, and see that long-term goal become a short-term goal that's accomplished? Folks, people have made that kind of a common sense decision with our company every work quarter and brought success into motion. Why not you? The eighth thing is to teach these 8 steps to everyone on your team. As you can see, I'm following our simple system of duplication right here with this very slide. Next, we're going to look at some basics that are so easy for you to understand. A full calendar equals a full paycheck. Commitment equals success. So 3 hours per day, 5 days per week scheduled is 15 plans. Less than 30 minutes of presentation, less than 30 minutes on a 3-way call, part-time. Add to that 1 hour per day personal development, and we have a 20-hour part-time work week, accomplishing in 1 week what we're supposed to accomplish in a whole month. Many have earned over $1 million in 2 years on the simple commitment of 1 hour a day, 5 days per week, and 1 hour per day personal development training, totaling 10 hours per week part-time. For the last 100 years or so, there have been people that apply this kind of daily commitment to what they practice and created 7-figure earners. Why not you? The average 7-figure earner personally enrolls 42 business builders in a year. Folks, there are 52 weeks in a year. So if one failed 4 out of 5 times per week, they could still fail their way to success as long as the commitment to the process is kept with no excuses. Think how powerful that is. If we're not breaking God's laws, we're not breaking man's laws. Here's a video, or here's a live event, or here's a live Zoom, and look who else is in your corner to help you do what you want to do. That's the hardest we work in this business. And when it duplicates with that simplicity, folks, the money multiplies. So when the average customer uses 3 products per month from our 5-year proven track record that totals $30 per customer if they're not interested in building a business, but wants to use the products. 2 of those per week totals 104 customers that weren't interested in the business, but utilized the product because you were consistent every single week. What does that total? Multiply that $30 and you have a $3,120 in monthly residual income for the life of those accounts. More than double the average Social Security income. People work 40 hours a year or 40 hours a week for 40 years to achieve by 65. You could do it on part-time efforts potentially in 1 year, simply understanding how to honor your daily commitments. At the end of the year of part-time kept commitments lays the success, folks, that turns dreams into reality. Our 7th slide is home business versus a part-time job. You have to understand this to be able to teach this. It's a must because people are afraid. They've been taught not to spend money to make money without even realizing that even if they're just getting a part-time job, they're going to at least spend money for gas to get there. So let's break down a picture here of reality to show where you're going to end up, and you're going to make a commitment either way. So you got 1 tank of gas per week, conservatively priced at $130 for a full tank of gas. Now, when you multiply that out, that totals $6,760 to drive to and from work on a part-time job for a year. You can break that down to $520 a month. Now, if you're financing that on a credit card, the minimum payment would be around $52 a month. And there's no ability to receive a monthly raise. Usually you get your raises on the job on a quarterly basis or a annual basis. So, and you only get a little bit more per hour. So your income is still limited to only the hours you can work. Now you're going to spend that $6,760 to go to a part-time job, no matter what, correct? Okay, so now let's look at a part-time business with a startup of $1,000, an auto ship and mentoring app that totals a little under $300 a month. So we'll round all that up to normal numbers and hit $4,600 per year, less than what you would spend on gas for a part-time job. Monthly minimum credit card payment, if you leverage that out, would be about $46 a month or $460 a month. That's a typographical error here. Every month has the potential for a pay raise with what we do. One can complete work today and get paid for that action month after month for years. Folks, you can't do that with a job part-time. And this is less money. So look at what I'm saying here. You're going to spend money to make money. The only question left is which path do you want to dedicate your commitment to? The job way is the safe path by most, but at the same time represents one who puts their coin in the sand to keep it safe and return it whole at the end of the year. A well-known parable taught by the most followed leader of all time. The home business way, invest what you've backed, invest what you have backed with your daily committed efforts to multiply its value, the very thing that pleased the most followed leader of all time with that same historic parable where the two other guys increased their coins to more. Okay, so it's just something important to understand, because when you can sink your mind around the importance of being able to invest what you have to create more value out of life, you're walking with principles that will increase what you do. You can't do that with the job. So it really is advantageous and it really is affordable, as you can see. Now we're going to look at some benefits behind our compensated community that separate us from most of the other home business companies and network marketing methods of creating income. Okay, one is our quarterly bonus pool for each rank. They set aside a little bit, a percentage of every sale that comes through the company, and a certain percentage goes to each rank every single work quarter. And as you qualify for that rank and hold that rank for a full work quarter, you'll be able to get into that quarterly bonus pool. And some of those quarterly bonus pools are more money on that one quarterly check than what somebody makes with a job in a whole year. That's powerful. Now, if somebody comes into the business and they're nowhere near you, your line of sponsorship, they just come into the company and they create $10 million worth of volume, a percentage of all of it goes into the quarterly bonus pools, which means that everybody who's committed to expanding the company gets a piece of that volume. You won't see that in almost any other home business company that's out there. There's a reason that we're debt free. There's a reason that we've grown every work quarter 5 years solid as we're walking into our 6 years. If an already existing practice or business wants to add our inventory to their shelves, instead of penalizing the distribution force for doing so, our company has actual incentives to create even more retail profit on the investments that are made and committed to monthly. Think how powerful that is. You know, it's huge. Free shipping on all auto ship orders placed on the 1st through the 5th of each month. A lot of companies don't offer free shipping on a monthly basis. We have the products that do. And what you need to know about the products that we offer is they're all based on a formula that was put out by W. Clement Stone, saying that if you could take a product that many people use, improve it to make it better, and then charge less money for it, then you're guaranteed success. We started 6 years ago with just 5 products under that formula. Now there's over 70 products, less than $100 a month, so people can afford them, on a track record of proven auto ship order average being 4 or more products per month. According to Direct Sales Association, over 90% of companies offering monthly auto ship products, their single products are $150 to $300 each. And those auto ships stop before 90 days go. Here, we have 3 products for less than $180. Think about the affordability, and the proof's in the pudding with the results that we've had. So, free shipping on all auto ship orders placed on the 1st to the 5th of each month. The other thing we have is a live customer service department, open Monday through Friday, 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. If I'm a dunce when it comes to computers, which I am, and I get stuck trying to sign somebody up during those hours, I could call customer service while I'm on the phone with my client and make sure that the proper order is being placed for whatever products they want or whatever package they want to begin their business with. And that way, I don't type the information wrong and customer service gets it right. It's awesome to have that kind of backup in your corner, a phone call away when you need it. Plus, you got coaches like myself and other coaches on the team that are also there a phone call away when customer service is closed, and we can do the same things. So you've always got somebody in your corner that's motivated to help you succeed, because the more successful you are, the more money the company compensates them with. It's just the power of a real team. Again, together, everyone achieves more. Like I said, 6 years debt-free, increasing every single work quarter with 100% money back guarantee on all products represented. It eliminates the risk. I don't know what's in the products. I don't know how to pronounce the ingredients, but I know they work. 100% money back guarantee. What have you got to lose if it solves the problem you're facing? That's the hardest we ever have to do any selling if we try it. It's nice to let results lead the path, folks. So let's go on to our next slide. How to utilize ProjectHealthyWealth.com. The most important part of making money the fastest with home business is the ability to duplicate the activities that produce the pay. The first 2 blog posts in ProjectHealthyWealth.com under blog are my personal blog posts. The first one you can use because it shares my story. And the story creates a desire for them to want to know more information. So you can utilize that first one. The second page blog post that says customer, that's my personal customer page that I send to people to sign them up as my personal customers. You can use it as an example, but don't practice your business with it. The third one underneath that down is how to beat inflation in 2025. It shows the plan for you. Let someone see that video, then do a 3-way call with myself or whoever your coach is, whoever you need help with, and we will be happy to help you build your business. Below that is how to master, ask, learn, and lead training. which will be the location of this very video that you're watching right now. So if somebody got signed up in the middle of the night and you wanted to train them so they could take off tomorrow running, you could put them on this very video and they'll know exactly what they need to do. And you'll be there to help them start their day the next day. It's powerful when you have this kind of simplicity to put duplication in motion quickly. They don't have to get slowed down trying to learn how to upload an app or find the videos in the app or send the videos out in the app that they find. Although that app is very awesome when you learn that. But if your income is needed right now, you don't need a learning curve. We got a tool here, projecthealthywealth.com, that will allow you to utilize what's there while you're learning. And then as you learn to utilize your app and your websites and everything else that we have to work with, you can add that to the picture as well. Below that, okay, so below that is how to find people for your home business on LinkedIn. So there's a little training there. Everything is there at the website, projecthealthywealth.com. We're going to show you that website in just a minute so I can demonstrate what we're saying. But our last and final slide is, folks, all of your success is hinged to your daily accomplishments. Okay, like John Maxwell taught me, the secret to your success, Earl, falls within the actions of your daily routine. I never forgot that. I got to learn that from him in person. I think you can see the picture of him and I together in the back off right there. But I'm not going to keep the camera up there for every. Anyhow, yeah, there he is right there. Okay, so I kind of need to fix this camera just real quick. Oh, we'll adjust her back down. That's too far down. All right, so I want you to recognize this. Below are 5 questions to answer daily with a yes for 2 years, and you will find yourself in the top earning percentage less than 5% of people ever see. So that's how serious these questions are. I'm a firm believer that God ain't first, you're last. So the first thing I did is, did I pray for God's glory to shine through my actions today? I can't receive if I don't ask. Okay. 2, did I plant 3 seeds by adding 2 to 3 names? Now, if I'm busy 7 days a week, I'm going to do 2 days. I'm going to do 2 names a day. If I'm working 5 days a week and taking the weekends off, which other than the training calls, that's what I do. I do 3 names and numbers of people who have a desire for more out of life to my prospect list each day. So I got to ask myself that question. Did I plant 3 seeds by adding 2 to 3 names and numbers of people who have a desire for more out of life to my prospect list? Number 3, did I share the plan with 2 to 3 people and complete a 3-way call with a coach? Number 4, did I increase my value with a half hour of personal development training, audio or video from the mentoring app? It's really important. The more value you add to yourself, the more value you can share with others that will allow them to see someone to go to that has the solutions to the problems that they're facing. It's huge. So that personal development's not an option. Number 5, did I share value with someone else today? Maybe I'm sharing the difference between having a part-time job and spending $6,000 just to drive to and from for a year, or saving a couple $1,000 by having a home business that I work part-time that has no ceiling on the income. That's the kind of value you can learn from training like this to be able to share with people in chat boxes, text messages, over the phone, or in person. Folks, the more serious you commit to this process daily will be how serious the money will multiply. The bonus question that I have here for you to ask at the end of each day is real simple. If my team did today what I did, what would it look like? It's really important that we set the example. So what I'm going to do now is stop the screen share. And we're going to try to go to this page here so I can pull up the blog. www.projecthealthywealth.com. So this is the site, that's your tool, and right behind the video here that's right in the way. Oh no, it's not, it's all right here. Okay, this is our blog, projecthealthywealth.com. You go to this site here. Okay, now this sign-in page is for the people that I personally I'm adding to my list. So this is definitely not for you to use, but what you will use is where it says Earl's blog right here. We're going to click on that. And what's going to come up here is the advantage to hourly wage in 2025. The end of the night tonight, I'm going to record the blog that's there, me reading the blog for people that don't want to read and want to just listen to the video. That will be there before the end of the night tonight. But the advantage over hourly wage, in the old days, we called it a sizzle call. This is what you could use as a sizzle video to create a desire for them to want to know more information. And then what we're going to do is go down to how to beat inflation. Okay. First, advantage to hourly wage. We go to that, right? And that's going to have our story in it. And my story's there. Okay. And it'll help people relate to what it's like to have an advantage over an hourly wage in 2025. It's a great little sizzle video that'll be right there. It's not there right now because I haven't recorded the video. That's what I'm doing when I'm done recording this one. Okay. So the next thing we need to know is how do we show the plan? That's how to beat inflation in 2025. So we click on that one. See the little turtle? Work smarter, not harder. How to beat inflation. This is a common sense results Zoom that we did with Eddie Freeman. It's about 20 minutes or so long where you've got a demonstration of people using the products and the results they had, and the demonstration of the people who built business and earned money. So you get the results on both, and you get the explanation of what we do so we don't have to share it. You watch that video, and underneath you can see the story of me shaking hands with the owner there. The owners that we work with, our coaches are here. Here's Dr. Brady here. Here's Johanna that I brought on the team, helped her into the global bonus pools. She brought in Linda from Canada, got into the global bonus pools. Johanna brought in Calvin from Chicago, who got up into those global bonus pools. We're always displaying fruit on the tree. They watch the plan. After they've watched the plan and seen this, now they're ready for a three-way call with one of us coaches. And when you make a three-way call with me, the only thing I ask is have your link pulled up on your computer for your website. Because if they're ready to get started, that's what I'm going to say when I get off the call. Right now, all we got to do is let Johanna help you get enrolled right now. She's got her website pulled up to all the information that you need. Why don't you let her know who you would like the first check titled to? I've got another call I have to get to. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I'm off the phone. Johanna, sign them up as a customer or as a builder, or you would be signing them up as a customer or a builder. So you can see this process is so simple, so easy to do that anybody can do it. And you can see the tools that we have here for you at projecthealthywealth.com. Now, the training, this video, everything that you need to know about where our company meetings and stuff is in the training section. How to master, ask, learn, and lean training. So we're going to click on that so you can see this. I built this hub, projecthealthywealth.com, so anybody on our personal team or anywhere in the company that wants to go to work right away and don't want to take time to learn all the ins and outs of everything is here so you can duplicate quickly. How to master, ask, learn, and lead training. You're going to see my picture there of me on stage. Basic training is going to be here. But this video is going to get slid down, and the video I'm making right now is going to go in its place. Okay, but the information of the older training will still be there in the blog. Earning All the Money training is going to be there. These are extra training videos you can watch that'll reinforce. But this video is the latest training video up to date. So usually it's this video and everything else under here. Now, Saturday Morning Book Club. The link to get on that is right there. You click on that link. Monday Night Weekly Kickoff. That was canceled. We no longer do those, but I still have the link there, okay? Monday Night Mastermind. We no longer do that. That's all Saturday that we do at the book club, okay? Eddie's Saturday morning training call. Why would I want to be on his training call? Well, he's helped over 30 people make over $100,000 a month in this industry. And when he's got to share what he's practicing in the field with us every week and what's working on those Saturday morning training calls, it's a simple half hour, well worth your time. So the code and the number to call to get on there is right here. We have more archive training under here. The other thing that we have here is we have our Facebook pages, okay? So Training for Members Only page is right here. And I'm not going to go on all of these, but I want you to realize that this was built to where if you're bringing a prospect to this website, you can go down here on a Zoom, click on these Facebook groups, and actually show them success in motion of what people are showing, what the results are, what the doctors are saying. So you have so many different tools here, it's not even funny. All you gotta do is click on these links from the website. It takes you right to the Facebook group. Okay, so there's a few of them here. But like I said, this is a training video. It's designed to give you a drink of water with a fire hose, which I've had, but everything is here and it's simple and easy to access. Okay, so we're going to go through another training blog that I want you to see. How to find people for your home business online in 2025. We have some awesome trainers that teach our Grow to Go training on Facebook in these Facebook groups that are down here, and you don't want to miss that training, and you want to go in and see the recorded trainings that are in there if you want to build a business on Facebook. If you want to build a business utilizing LinkedIn, that's been my specialty for years, and I show you right here how to find people for your home business in 2025. We clicked on that page. Okay, this is results. I'm always leading with results. Okay, so this little short video, how to find opportunity seekers in under an hour online, you can watch that video. Okay, so today we're going to learn it all. There's bonus training under here that you can read to really master the art of ask, learn, and lead a much deeper than what I taught in this video that you're watching right now. So there's a lot of information here that's very simple to get to. And again, we're going to keep it simple. Where's your sizzle call and video to let somebody see that may or may not be interested? That's the advantage over hourly wage. Where do you show the plan? How to beat inflation in 2025. And then you make a three-way call with myself or somebody else after they've seen the video in this page and seen the results that are here. They will understand fruit on the tree and what you have is real. And it's really that simple, folks. I want to congratulate you today for taking the time to see how to make the commitments that count. My name is Earl Teets. It really is a passion and a blessing of mine to help other people help themselves. That is our mission statement here at Common Sense. And all I've shared with you is stuff that has been proven to work that you can practice too. God bless you. And remember, God never made any mistakes, and He made you. It's your time to shine. Let's do it together.